hadn't signed a dog pen, I don't even know if he would have been alive. They wanted Cat to humiliate Flav. Like, humiliate him. Like, no holds barred. And they sent a bunch of jokes. And I'll never forget watching Cat in the office downstairs at the house in Marina Del Rey. And he's sitting there looking at the fucking script and just shaking his head. And then the next thing you know, the phone rang, and I'm standing there in the office in the doorway, and I'm like, "You all right?" And he picked up the phone, and it was Comedy Central. And I listened to him threaten to kill him. He said, "I'm not doing this. You are not going to get a black man, a real black man, to agree to do this to another black man. Dollars." It was a terrible day. And then that's when all the incidents started happening. Them sending people to the house. Them putting plants backstage at the shows. I mean, I was on tour with him for American Hustle.
Right.
I was on set for First Sunday.
Right. He said he got arrested over 30 times. Yeah. No convictions.
I'm getting close.
Go ahead.
But it's been about 30 for him. It's been 8 for me.
Yes.
He beat felony. I beat felony. You know, it was just terrible. And when I would think back to that moment, and then they called him the day before filming and asked him was he going to be there, and he said no. And then the next thing you know, production went on later on that day, and Snoop was already ready. We went to the studio with DJ Drama, and we were writing. I was ghostwriting, because I was going to sign to Cat's label. I was going to be the first female out. Oh, yeah. That was the day that T.I. roughed up Tiny in the studio, and everybody tried to pretend like it didn't happen except for me.
GMC Sierra. He went on Club Shay Shay and did what he did. Mm-hmm. That's the Cat you expected.
That's the moment I've been waiting for 10 years.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I'm so grateful that I was there kicking in that door so he could just blow it down. There's an effort. I'm surprised people ain't catching on.
Now, the only celebrity who's ever really come out and supported Williams is Jaguar Wright, who was talking about how Cat Williams is being tailed by the Illuminati just because he keeps exposing all of Hollywood's dirty little secrets.
Are you related to Louis?
No, so there was a crossroads where we were both invited to an Illuminati thing, and it had to be one or the other of us, and decisions had to be made. So it was both of us, we were equal. One of us had to cut off all their hair and couldn't do the sideburn thing no more with the points. And the next person they said was going to get $200 million because they were going to pay him $10 million a movie to do 20 movies. And that's how the conversation happened. One of those persons turned out to be Ludacris, and the other person turned out to be Cat Williams. Now, be my love. So I'm saying, and if ever I feel down and out, Lord, you know just what to do, yeah. I know what it means, yeah. I have to say that I'm thankful for a sweet little girl like you. You work so hard and do all you can. All the little things that make me feel like a man. I realize in order for me to really be free, hey, baby, you got to be by my side. But with a smile, give me a smile. Give me a smile at me, baby. With love.
Hi, what's good with y'all, man? We'll be listening to. We listening to Why Did You Leak That? Cat Williams leaks Diddy and Beyonce tapes. And Beyonce panic. So that's what we listening to. So they playing with these tapes because they giving you images, but you can't really tell who's who on these images. So, I believe that Puff was recording everybody, and it's just a matter of time for all these tapes to come out. Where it'll be, on somebody DVD and it's being sold on the streets, like the R. Kelly tape. So, it's coming. They said Sexy Red's got a porn joint. Somebody recorded of her, and they was like, that's how that baby got conceived. So we don't know. It's coming though. All right, let's get back to the feature.
Period. All it is,
And now Cat was an up-and-coming comedian back in the day who never backed down from speaking his mind. And maybe it was his willingness to call it how it was. But it won't make
the receipt for evidence. And I left. Back in that moment, Cat was still wearing Kevlar to bed. Listen to him threaten to kill him. Yeah. That was the day that T.I. roughed up Tiny in the studio, and everybody tried to pretend like it didn't happen except for me.
Yes, the moment he went on Club Shay Shay and did what he did, that's the cat you expected.
That's the moment I've been waiting for 10 years.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I'm so grateful that I was there, kicking in that door, so he could just blow it down. There's an effort. I'm surprised people ain't catching on.
Now, the only celebrity who's ever really come out in support of Williams is Jaguar Wright, who was talking about how Cat Williams is being tailed by the Illuminati just because he keeps exposing them
To get $200 million because they were going to pay him $10 million a movie.
for success everybody in the industry wants to reach.
HSI is leaking out a lot of information, and you're right. It looks like there's a very significant sex trafficking, human trafficking investigation underway, and it looks like it's coming out of the HSI Division of International Organized Crime, or something along those lines. So it looks pretty significant. Got 2 major search warrants, a lot of process around those search warrants, a lot of kitted out tactical people raiding those 2 locations. So it looks like a lot of drama around all this. And there's enough probable cause, because you don't get search warrants without strong probable cause, that there is at least a human trafficking, sex trafficking ring at work here.
And explain that to us, if you would, Chris, because I know we have talked about, Jonathan just talked about the fact that there have been a number of lawsuits brought against Sean Combs, women alleging that he drugged them, and et cetera, and so on. My questioning, where does the trafficking come in there? What is it that we need to constitute human trafficking?
Leroy Hudson, which I know about that. Old school.
Investigation underway, and it looks like it's coming out of the, because I know we have talked about the trafficking in there. Query whether there are underage women involved in this investigation. That would actually.
That's pretty obvious. All of his allegations against Diddy stand pretty true. And that makes you wonder, what other secrets does the guy got knowledge of? With all the evidence coming up against Diddy, especially when it comes to his abusive relationship with Cassie Ventura, everything that Cat Williams has said in the past is ringing true. And the rest of the entertainment industry now needs to watch their backs.
The industry business for 999. Those used to be superstars and all of them. Now people getting exposed by Cat Williams saying this is the year. A lot of people are getting exposed. The thing is, I didn't know which year it was going to be, but it does seem like this might be the year. Just generally speaking, like there was a year that things were happening to certain people a couple of years back, and it was like, you don't want to see nobody go down, but you knew that it was like at least their reign of terror was over, like the Weinstein one, because I had personal problems with one. And then even down to the other, certain, again, I ain't gonna say no names, but a lot of people ended up behind bars, for things that they did a while ago that I couldn't believe they were getting away with.
Dame Dash also agrees with Cat and thinks that this is the year when all the celebrities is going to be exposed. Now, he goes as far as to compare Diddy to Weinstein, saying that he knew one day all the Diddler's crime was going to be exposed.
Nobody acknowledged what was going on between her and Mr. Carter.
Because she was 15.
She was 15, and everybody knew it. But see, this is the thing. Back in the 90s, there were a lot of older dudes who slept with younger women. I had a kid at 16 by a man who was 10 years older than me. Which goes to show you how much things have changed from the 90s to now. But then you got to think, you go back 20 years before that, 20, 30 years before that, and 40-year-old men were marrying 13-year-old girls.
Yeah, right up there with Diddy, it's Jay-Z. Jaguar Wright's one of the only just what keeps you on my mind. I just know that. Tell me, can you understand me, girl? I don't think you do sometimes. I keep telling you that you're the one who's gonna be with me through endless time. 'Cause I'm so in love with you, baby. Said I'm so in love with you, baby. I'm so in what my friends would always say. Every time will soon be coming. When I want you back to stay. Serves me right to feel this heartache. But when I really can't be mad. 'Cause I had all the love I could ever need. Didn't realize what I had. But I found out the hard way. No, 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 no. No matter what I try to do.
just can't stay away.